that. But let's switch gears right now and talk technology. Google versus Facebook. Can the social networking site push Google to the sidelines of the internet? Well, joining us to talk about that is Wired Magazine senior editor Nick Thompson here in the studio. Nick, great to see you again. And I would say it's very hard to push a giant like Google to the sidelines. So what is it so worried about here with Facebook?
Well, what Facebook is trying to do is to create almost a second internet. What Facebook is doing is Google wants everything to be open. They want to take all the world's information and they want to organize it, and they want everything to be open on your Google account. You can move things around, you can do this. Facebook says, you know what, we're going to take a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to build walls around it, and then we're going to search inside of it. And you know what? We don't want you to access it. You can't use Google to search Facebook. And Facebook is huge. That's the biggest thing that Google is missing.
But privacy issues, right? Because you go onto Facebook because you want to talk with your friends and you want to share private information. Why would anybody allow that information to be shared much the way that you might share it on Google?
Well, that's what Facebook would argue. Facebook is saying, hey, look, we're creating a second internet, but it's a safer, friendlier internet. Instead of using some algorithm to find out what movie is good, you find out from your friends. And as they get more data, they think that Facebook will become the primary destination and will control the internet in the same way that Google does now. Google says, wait a second, the whole ethos of the internet is that everything should be open. People should be able to look at things. People should be able to share things. And sure, you can build some privacy protections here and there, but wait a second, let us in. So it's actually a fundamental difference in the way these two very important companies see the internet. And 5 years from now, it actually makes a big difference which company succeeds or which company is ahead.
Well, and both companies have been looking to acquire, to build up these, I guess, these networks, I suppose. And you heard Facebook buying Friends Feed. And, you know, as we know, Google tried to buy Facebook at one point, got rejected because Microsoft came in and bought the stake. So are we to see perhaps another acquisition from Google? If it's not Facebook, then maybe somebody else?
Twitter. I mean, probably. Google has been trying to get into similar things like FriendFeed, and they started their own competitor. What FriendFeed does is it pulls in your feeds from Twitter, from Goodreads, all sorts of different social networking sites and Web 2.0 sites, and pulls them into the same site. So you subscribe to my FriendFeed subscription, you can then read everything I post on Twitter and Goodreads and all that stuff in the same place. Facebook, by buying it, can now take that information and put it behind the Facebook wall. So that's why Facebook did it. So Google doesn't really like this acquisition because it means that another way of getting at all of this data is now no longer accessible to the Google search bots.
Yeah, it seems these days Google is just getting it from all over the place, essentially. Well, Microsoft, and then you've got, Well, anyway, Nick, we're out of time, but thanks so much for joining me again. Nick Thompson of Wired Magazine.